Hello, we're back for another update. I've got Austin's beautiful red Corvette back in here. Had to do some updates, we'll just call them. And I never did show the fuel system that I did on this car. I've heard of people doing it like this, but I've never seen it. Here recently I did see I don't know if it was a company or just a group of guys, but they made some aluminum tanks and then crossed them over like I did, but I did the factory plastic tanks. So here, let me just show you. So I plastic welded in some that's just a piece of 2-inch HDPE plastic, drilled a hole, tapped it, and put a fitting in it. It's a -16 fitting. -16 line. Here's a cover I made for it. Keep the road debris from hurting it. Then we got a T on that one. And there's a filter there. And the pump is up inside here. But it's a single Aeromotive 5.0 brushless variable speed pump. So we got one pump on here. Not two, not three, just one. So if that pump goes out, the engine just stops. It doesn't completely implode and blow your $20,000 investment all over the track. I'm gonna take this wheel off so I can show you the rest of it. Hold on a second. Okay, I already pulled back the fender liner here. And here's everything. This here is the filter. I made a guard just in case, you know, if that tire blows, then it's going to take all that out. So I went ahead and made a little guard to help shield all that stuff. Everything back in here is shielded by the fender liner. But here's the 5.0 pump in here. You can tell it's the variable. It's got the yellow wire on it. Red, black, and yellow. So now I'll explain how I did the wiring. I'll try to make it short and sweet so it's not super boring. But we have this yellow wire, which I said earlier was the variable speed controller. 0 to 5 volts is what it'll take. You can also wire it straight to 12 volts and it'll just be high speed all the time. Or you can wire it to negative and it'll be low speed all the time. But we want the variable speed. Another way you could do it is, you know, you could program it into the Holly and say at 4 pounds of boost, it'll give this thing 12 volts and it'll ramp, it'll just go, you know, high speed. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to have really cool variable speed. I got a really cool, since we're not using the controller, the Aeromotive controller for the old Eliminator pump, which is just a DC pump. You can't use that controller on this pump since it's AC, but we got this really trick little single. You know, flip this around here. This is from Leash Electronics. It's got your relay here, and then down here, the 2 pins for your fuse. And Aeromotive says use a 40 amp fuse. But yeah, you ground it, and then this is coming off the Holly, which controls also the power going to the injectors also. But anyways, this will turn on the power to the pump. And then, okay, here comes the boring part. So we're going to use the factory wiring to send a signal. Actually, no, wait, hold on. Let's back up. This is the range switch. They call it the APP, accelerator position pedal. Accelerator pedal position. Wow, I can't talk today. So these are the 3 wires. It's kind of a redundant system. It's got 2 switches inside there, basically variable resistors. But yeah, you've got a negative or a 5 volt and negative, and then this is the sensor part of it, the signal that would go back to the factory ECM. So I tried using 5 volts on this, and on pin B it would only output like 2.5 volts max, 2.7, something like that. So I'm like, I wonder what would 12 volts do. So I fed it 12 volts and then the sensor ground, and it comes out freaking perfect. So at wide open throttle, it's like 4.7 volts, and then, like I said earlier, about 3/4 throttle, it's at 3.7 volts. So that'll work out perfect. And so now we got this light blue wire, and then it comes to this connector here, X180. Oh, let's turn this light on. There. Let's see. X180 is this connector here, and I've already dug the blue wire out of there, the light blue wire. And then this other connector, which I believe is 184, which goes to the factory fuel pump. Let's see, yeah, X184, and it's the gray wire that feeds power to the factory pump. We're going to use that as the variable pump, since we've got thicker wire going back to the Aeromotive pump. So we're just going to use this as the signal wire going to that yellow wire on the pump. And that is this gray wire here. And we just put a plug on it, and of course we labeled it because we like labels. Fuel pump variable speed signal. So all that stuff will just get smushed back down in there, under there. But it is there if we have to do any troubleshooting later on. But yeah, we'll put the catch can back under here. But yeah, it's actually a pretty simple setup. I'll go over here and show you, power it up, show you the voltage. Works really well. Turn this bad boy on. Come on. There it is. If I can get both of them in the same picture. We turn this light on maybe. Let's see. There we go. See, we're starting to feed a little voltage. So it would, if it was hooked up now, it'd be ramping up. So right about there, that's about 3/4 pedal. 3.7, it'll be full tilt there. Then we got another, quarter to go. But yeah, about 4.6, 4.7 volts. So that'll work really well. I'm excited. Turn this off. So now we need to get this thing back on the rack. And then we got, so this is the pre-filter here, and up here is the post filter. That plug up there is just the factory wiring. The kind of yellow wire and the blue wire are the wires for the float, for the level cinder. It just kind of runs up and over. I ran an aluminum line. It's kind of tucked in behind there. You can kind of see it, but it runs up along this panel here behind here, and it runs up into the engine. But that's how it's set up. And the update I was talking about is this sleeve in here. It's not a sleeve, it's like a reducing bushing. You kind of see it's aluminum. So I tapped this piece of plastic the first time, and I didn't think it was deep enough, so I tapped it again. Well, then it screwed up all the threads pretty much that were in there, and so it was trickling out. Not trickling out, but it was seeping. So we didn't like that. So I drilled it bigger and put that reducing bushing in there. Put the sealant on both sides. I'll show you what sealant I used. And so far, it's nice and dry. This side I only tapped once, and it's good and dry. So over here, I'll show you what I used. When you're messing around with this plastic stuff, everything I found out has the name of the plastic it used on it. So this is HDPE. This is a C6 tank. Same thing as what's in a car, but right there is where I put the little plastic welded the fitting in there, or the plastic. Just bought a piece of HDPE off of Amazon, like 2-inch, and drilled the hole, cut 2 pieces off, and welded them in there. This is the plastic welder I used it with it. It's just a Harbor Freight, little cheapo. And then you can get you some filler rod, also HDPE. That was on Amazon also. There's a part number in there if you care. Boop. And this part number. But yeah, so far working pretty good. Here's the sealant I used. It's supposed to be for ethanol fuels. Worked pretty good on the left tank, so I just got done doing the right tank, putting that bushing in there, so we'll see how that runs for now. So I think I'll end this video off here. Austin's going to race at the RPM Revival in May, so we're both very excited about that, see how this thing performs. It did pretty good on a dyno, so I can't tell what the power was, but it'll stripe the highway, so it's got enough power to do something. I don't know if it'll hang with a 2,000 horsepower Lambo, but it'll hold its own with some other street cars. So, and he drives this, got like 800 miles on it since we got done with it. So yeah, I think that'll be about it, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.